Welcome to the Sports Bros Podcast, featuring the Almighty B-Live, the Money Man, Scottie D, and your host, the head of creative, Eddy Kool. And without any further ado, here they are, the Sports Bros. Hey, what's going on, world? This be your boy, Eddy Kool, a.k.a. the HOC. And guess what? This is episode number 47. That's Andre Kirilenko, if you know your numbers, know what I'm talking about, of the Sports Bros Podcast. Of course, you know I can't do it all by myself. I got my co-host. Introducing first, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Almighty B-Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? This be your boy, the Almighty B-Live, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I felt the love all this weekend until this Sunday. Sunday was something different. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to dive into it just yet because you know what? It will take away from the episode, but we have a lot to talk about today. So, man, let's get it.
All right, and our other host, the Money Man, Scottie D, a.k.a. the newest member of the Dallas Renegades fan club, XFL. He will be joining us shortly. So be live. Let's go ahead and dive into the weekend that was NBA All-Star Weekend. A weekend like none other. They say the game was good, and we had a few things to talk about. But before we get there, let's talk about this year's skills competition first. Bam Adebayo, he wins the skills competition representing the Heat of Miami. I don't know why people call them the Heats. You can't multiply plural Heats. Like, what are you doing? H-E-A-T, say it right. So Bam Adebayo from the Heat, he wins the skill competition. Buddy Hield from the Sacramento Kings, he wins the three-point contest. And in a controversial dunk contest, Derrick Jones Jr. from the Miami Heat wins the dunk contest. Now, be live. Like the rest of us in the service industry, I was doing this thing called working this weekend, and they worked the brakes off my ass. But the bills are paid, the lady's happy, and the refrigerator got plenty of groceries in it. So I'm going to enjoy the next 3 days off. That's neither here nor there. This dunk contest didn't go as clean as expected. There was some controversy behind it. If you don't mind, the Almighty One, can you opine on the controversy that took place during the 2020 slam dunk contest?
Well, let's first talk about a couple things. All right. Well, I'll be honest with the listeners out there. I saw the finals of the dunk contest. I missed the opening rounds of it. I missed Dwight Howard not making it. I don't even understand why he was in the dunk contest to start with.
Nostalgic purposes, I guess.
I mean, he's done this thing in the past, but it's so much young talent. That was almost like, oh, nobody wants to participate this year. But that's neither here nor there. Or that might be here and there, the way you look at it. But yeah, the final, Aaron Gordon and Derrick Jones Jr. And when I tell you it was phenomenal. Like I'm gonna say this. I saw some amazing bits of athleticism. These guys can jump clear out the gym. It was amazing to watch. But one thing I will say this to start with, they were just giving out 50s left and right. You get a 50, you get a 50, you get a 50. And it was like, okay, all right, we're just going to keep going on forever and ever and ever.
Wow.
And then when it came down to the final two dunks, Derrick Jones Jr. he pulled a Michael Jordan-esque dunk from the free throw line, but it really wasn't from the free throw line because his last step was like 3 feet in front of the free throw line. So it really wasn't as impressive, and it was a windmill, and the judges gave him a 48, which I think was rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
But then Aaron Gordon does something that's just mind-boggling. I want people to realize this and try to picture this in your mind. I mean, you could go on YouTube and look and see it, but picture this in your mind. Taco Fall, every bit of 7 feet, 5 inches tall. You put some shoes on the dude, he grab another inch and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Fall is holding the basketball behind his head.
Behind his head. Okay, let me see. Behind his head. All right, I'm looking at it.
Aaron Gordon proceeds to jump over this dude, grab the ball, brings it up, and dunks it over Taco Fall. So 7'6", basketball behind the head, run, jump, grab, and dunk. Okay, all right, putting it together. And here's the kicker, because here's the big thing that I don't understand why this wasn't factored. You got all the technology and all the camera work in the world. You can see when the dunk happens, when Taco Fall he's anticipating everything. Aaron Gordon grabs the ball. Taco Fall actually extends his hand and might grab a little bit of nutsack.
Yeah, bag.
And so it actually impedes Aaron Gordon's ability to jump over him. So it looks like Aaron Gordon comes down on Taco Fall, but it's actually his hand and the momentum that causes Aaron Gordon to come down like almost on top of Taco Fall. So it looks like he didn't clear him, but it was actually his hand extended that sort of slowed the momentum. And the judges gave Aaron Gordon a 47 because it didn't look clean. I don't care what is going on in the world today. The dude is 7 feet 5 inches tall.
And Aaron Gordon.
Him.
Yeah, and Aaron Gordon is 6'9" and has a 39-inch vertical leap.
He cleared him. At the end of the day, he dunked over, man. And they gave him a 47. And I mean, literally, you saw the reaction from the crowd, the players. They swore Aaron Gordon won the thing. And then the judge's score comes out, and we're just like, you have got to be kidding me. And it's just Aaron Gordon got robbed again. This is the second time. And literally, he said at the end of it, he said, you know what? I should have won this thing twice. I don't think I'm going to do this anymore.
Highway robbery.
So now,
twice.
Not only you got Dwight Howard, old behind doing it, I guess because nobody else wants to. And now you got one of the greats. I'm putting Aaron Gordon up there. I'm going to put him top 5 dunkers in the contest of all time.
Okay.
I'm going to put him top 5 because some of the things he's done is just mind-blowing. But now he doesn't want to do it anymore because he felt like, and rightfully so, he felt cheated.
He felt slighted. Aaron Gordon, man, one of my favorite dunks of his when they had the Orlando Magic mascot, and he grabbed the ball, brought it under both of his legs, and dunked it. Like, that's one of the most amazing dunks I've ever seen in my life. Let me see. There's that one, and then there's one where Vince Carter posterized Frederick Weiss, put that yam bag all in his face, and he was flailing. And then the time Kobe, said, "How you doing?" to Dwight Howard. Like, iconic posterizing dunks. I mean, 2 were like in actual game competitions, and one was in a dunk contest. But with dunking over a man that's 7 feet 6 inches tall, you scraped it a little bit, but so what? And and then the judges do what they do and give him a score. Like, what is this? Like those two dunks in those 2 years, like, why is this man not a 2-time champion? Like what the hell is going on? And you know what? People may think it's sour grapes, but I'm gonna be honest with you, B-Live, I'm not mad at him. You don't want to give him what's mine? I'm out here doing what ain't never been done and what nobody else hasn't done since. Yeah, I'm out. Y'all can have this. Good luck trying to find somebody. I'll tell you what. The next year for the NBA dunk contest, good luck trying to find somebody to do what Aaron Gordon has done. Good luck. Good effing luck on that. Because nobody else want to do it. LeBron didn't want to do it. And now, like you said, B-Live, you about to get one of the illest top 5 dunkers in the history of the world, Craig. Like, you know what? I've been slighted twice. Y'all can have this.
So yeah, that was real tough. Maybe next year Zion will be healthy, because I swear they give him all of the highlight reels even when he loses. But yeah, I think he should be in the dunk contest. So I think he just probably this year was he just wanted to take it easy, because I mean he just got back from injury. But yeah, it was. I mean, when I tell you watching it, it was I am not taking anything away from Derrick Jones Jr.
Can't.
But I think he had a couple amazing dunks as well. Over 2 people, through the leg, off the backboard. Like he had a sick one.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, maybe it's time to change the scoring system.
It might be, man.
Like a crowd bonus point or something, because I feel like there was a lot of 50s given out. I think the best dunk I saw in the final was by Derrick Jones Jr., because it was a picture. This again, you know what I'm saying? We're doing this podcast audio thing.
Okay, picture. I got a picture.
It had one guy holding the ball. He throws it up on the backboard. Derrick Jones jumps over the dude, through the legs, windmill, ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Wow.
It was just, I mean, looking at it, I was like, how? Like, so, he had to clear the guy's head and have enough wherewithal to put the ball through his legs as he's jumping over somebody. So he's got to clear him by that many more inches. So, I mean, I think that was the best dunk of the finals. And, that might have deserved an extra point. But the 48 and the 47, the final 2 dunks, I mean, Aaron Gordon had a better dunk and was flat. But we can talk about this all day. We got other things to talk about. Eddy Kool, Amtrak this thing.
Yeah, we do have other things to talk about. Team LeBron defeated Team Giannis 157-155, and Kawhi Leonard he scores for 30 for Team LeBron James and wins the All-Star Game MVP award. Correction, the Kobe Bryant All-Star Game Most Valuable Player Award. It was named after the one, the only, the legendary Kobe Bryant. All right, and speaking of controversy, that ain't the only thing in the world of sports that had controversy this week. The Houston Astros, that's right, it's baseball season, spring training, and front and center, pitchers and catchers, they're already at spring training, and baseball season is right around the corner. So the Houston Astros, everybody is saying, I'm sorry, my bad, oops, didn't mean to, I'm sorry, my bad, oops. So here's the question, guys, and I'm going to ask you first, Scottie D. This whole apology, are you buying this BS or not?
Well, it's 2020 and they're sorry. But were they sorry in 2019? You know, they weren't sorry in 2018. It's suddenly, whenever the script is written for them, they all seem to be very sorry for the past events. No, I'm not buying this at all, man. I'm thinking they're sorry they got caught. They're probably in their own minds thinking at this point, oh, we could have won the World Series anyway. We didn't have to do all that stuff. But why did you? Why did this have? Why did you have to go and disgrace the game the way you did? The one who I think really is taking the biggest hit at this point more than anybody is the commissioner, Rob Manfred. I actually Googled this the other day because I started thinking, man, this guy's got some credibility issues. I wonder if other people are thinking the same thing. So I Googled it, and there are article after article after articles about how Rob Manfred at this point is having credibility problems. He even said as much that what we were all suspecting, and that he didn't punish any players because he didn't want to have a grievance from the players union. And to me, that stinks. Because the players are the ones that were doing this. The general manager and the manager, they're complicit, so they took the fall. But no players have been punished whatsoever. There's no suspensions. There's no fines. You go back in NCAA history, and if these guys get caught something doing retroactively, they give up their awards. Reggie Bush had to give up his Heisman. Memphis had to vacate a title. Why is baseball above that? Why can't we say, you know what, Altuve, you cheated, so you are no longer the MVP of 2017? I don't like the credibility issue with Rob Manfred at this point because I think he could have come down harder on these guys. I mean, Roger Goodell, I think, comes down too hard on his guys. Manfred didn't do anything, really. And, he even tried to introduce a proposed new playoff system last week. And to me, it just sounds goofy, where you have one team picking who they're going to play. Rob Manfred's got problems, and it's a direct reflection of the Astros situation. So no, I think baseball's in a mess right now that hopefully goes away once the season begins. But this whole cheating thing, it's not going away, man.
Nope. Be like, what do you think about this whole lackluster apology?
What in the hell is going? You know what? What's the Houston Astros owner? Was it Jim Crane?
Jim Crane.
Mm-hmm. Shut up. Shut up. That was the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
No, be like, you got to say it right. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
God. He says, we are sorry because the reason why we're apologizing is because we did the wrong thing. But in the same breath, in the same sentence, he says that the commissioner's report says that it did not affect the game. Are you kidding me? Are you questioning our own intelligence? Anybody that knows the slightest inkling about baseball knows that if you know the pitch that is being thrown, you have a distinct advantage as a batter. Just the thought of that, the fact that he said that in the same breath, it's just like you're looking at the rest of us. You're looking at the baseball community. You're looking at all of the players, the analysts, the commentators, the Hall of Famers, everybody that's played the game, past, present, future. You're looking at them and you're like, I am talking to a bunch of idiots that are beneath me, because if I'm trying to feed them this, oh my goodness, this male cow manure, I'm gonna say it like that because I'm gonna try to be as censored as possible. You're so far out of touch. The fact that you said that the commitment, not only did you say that the commit, so you're trying to deflect. You're trying to say that, oh, I'm not saying that. The commissioner report is saying that it didn't affect the game. You know it affected the game. And the fact
he contradicted himself literally like 5 seconds later.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I am like, oh, I lost it. literally lost. I'm listening to this, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And so it literally just everybody, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody that heard that felt immediately insulted because we, as like, I don't even play baseball that much. How about every single freaking roster? I'm talking single A advanced, double A, triple A, major leagues, international league, across the board. Heard this and like, who are you talking to?
Who you think you talking to?
Right. I mean, and the outrage that came from it is rightfully so, because like I'm telling you right now, if they would have came out and said nothing, I understand they had to answer the question, but it's one of those things where they literally sat in a room, some idiot with some degree from Dummy Clown University wrote this out because it was clearly scripted. Please put the PR director. I need his name for the Houston Astros. He needs to be on blast because he's an idiot. The right.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
Oh boy.
And I tell you, they're lucky they're not playing the Dodgers this season at all. They're not meeting them in interleague play. If they would, there'd be a lot of chin music, a lot of bruises on rib cages in that series. I'm telling you, because the Dodgers are not happy. Clay Bellinger said as much the other day.
Speaking of, Cody Bellinger, I got the comments right here. All right, the National League MVP said, and I quote per the Denver Post, "Everyone know they stole a ring from us. I lost respect for those guys." I would say everyone in the show, the leagues, lost respect for those guys. Yeah. He lost respect for them. He said, everybody know they took a ring away from us. And then Kris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, he really don't say much. He also said, what a disgrace that was. Just watching their apology yesterday, too, there's just no sincerity. There's no genuineness when it comes to it. I certainly know that if I messed up in that bigger way, and I forgot the rest of it. But yeah, pretty much it's breaking down like, he's PO'd about it. Then we got Brian Cashman from the New York Yankees. I definitely think it had an effect on things, without question. Clearly, Houston Astros were dealing with a distinct advantage, more so than their opponents, and that's a fact, end quote. Let's see. Then we got poor Dusty Baker over here, 70 years old, trying to get back into the game. I feel bad for him because I like Dusty, Uncle Dusty. I like him. He said, we're hoping that we don't have to continue to answer these questions. And hopefully we can get the season started because it has been such a distraction. Hey, Dusty gets keeping it 100%, 100, straight funky. And then, of course, you got Jim Crane talking about we won the World Series, and we'll leave it at that. You know what?
Leave it at what? Leave it at See, this is the thought. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this real quick. Dusty Baker, I have the utmost respect for him. I really do. You signed up for this. You knew what you were getting into. So the fact that you hope that we don't have to keep answering, you're gonna get those questions every single press conference.
162 of them, baby. 162 of them.
That's why I don't feel bad for him. Because he wasn't there. He's innocent, and he's getting a paycheck out of this.
Right.
I can't feel bad for Dusty.
The thing about it is, I get it that he shouldn't have to answer questions for something he had no part of. He can't explain anything. He wasn't there. But here's one thing. I'm also going to say this. Dusty, stand-up guy, because he did come out and say, because there was rumors and talks. You know how old school baseball is. When there is a vendetta out there, trust me, somebody's getting pinged.
Yeah.
And Dusty's like, all right, I need Major League Baseball to protect the players. Yes, I'm as a manager, as a coach, yes. As a skipper, you want to protect your players. I saw the funniest thing. It's funny to me. I saw a meme. You know how people just come. Internet stays undefeated, ruthless. I saw the meme said that if they know what pitch is coming, they'll just get out the way. And I fell out dying laughing. I was like, justice serves right there.
Yeah.
Because again.
Well, I tell you, how's Altuve going to feel when he steps in the box against Aroldis Chapman this summer? Aroldis Chapman already doesn't know where the ball's going half the time whenever he's letting it go. If he starts aiming a little bit inside, boy.
And that's 100 miles an hour leaving his hand every damn time. Every time.
Yeah, he's not gonna be throwing any sliders up to Altuve like he did in the ALCS.
High cheese, baby. Get ready for it. He's gonna be tearing that ass up. I tell you what, man.
I hope it's not high cheese because that's gonna be straight to the dome.
Yeah.
Altuve is every bit 5'6".
Yeah.
Aroldis Chapman's like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, he's pretty tall, tall, lengthy guy.
He throw high cheese at Altuve, he's taking his head off.
Yeah, fellas, I can't find who that person is, but let me see. I'm looking at some of the names in this organization. Nolan Ryan, I wonder how he's feeling about this. Yeah, Craig Biggio, I wonder how he's feeling about this. But yeah, the PR department. Where's your risk management department at? You hey man, you got a pile of donkey dung to clean up here, man. I just think that just to have the audacity to be like, hey, we won a World Series, and I leave it as that. Like you said, leave it as what? No,
you did. It's what I look at it this way. Scottie D, we talked about this earlier in the week, and there's a lot of factors that go into winning the World Series and everything like that. Because we talked about before about stripping the title. Now, after that asinine, just the comments, the rhetoric, the script that was written, the insincerity, take the title away. They don't deserve it.
Yeah.
The way they found it, they don't deserve it. It'd have been something different.
Yeah. Unfortunately for baseball, they're not going to do that. I think it's an unfortunate situation for baseball that title will never be looked at the same. But at this point, I think the fans overall they're in favor of seeing that title vacated, and that's too bad. That whole situation is just
Roger Clemens, he's in the organization as a special assistant to the general manager, along with Craig Biggio, and Nolan Ryan is executive advisor of. He's an executive advisor. I mean, it's bad. It's a bad look.
I got a question.
Roger Clemens came out and said, I'm not sure why they were hitting that trash can to cheat. If they really wanted to cheat, they should have used steroids.
The hell he did it, didn't he?
Quick question. I mean, we unrelated story, but I think it's actually related. Russian biathlon 2014 Winter Olympics doping scandal. They just stripped them of the gold medal and awarded that gold medal to Germany.
Yep.
And now, from the 2014 Olympics, now Russia and United States are tied for the most medals. And this is 6 years in the making now.
Wow.
They stripped the gold medal. Yeah. Why is that not a thing in baseball?
It's just one of them things where it's like, you know what? It's you know what it looks like to me. All right, you did it. Don't do it again. You caught it. You cheated, busted. Just don't do it again. Try to keep a low profile. But it's gonna be hard to keep a low profile. It's gonna be really hard to keep a low profile. All I know is, man, the next 162 games for these Houston Astros, it's gonna be challenging. It's going to be tough, not only for opposing teams, but the fans in these opposing cities. They're going to get hell in a handbasket.
How does Rob Manfred, how does he punish anybody for aiming at the Astros when they throw pitches at him if he didn't punish any of the players for the cheating?
It's weird. It's crazy. I don't know. It's nuts. Hopefully he figures something out. Because this is gonna get real ugly real soon. All right, fellas, and that's it for the. Thanks for giving your opinions on this here lackluster and sorry Houston Astros apology.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
And once again, thank you to the wonderful and lovely Miss Button for introducing our choices of the voices section. You heard the woman. This is our favorite portion of the show because we get to take your answers and read them on the show. We have fun. It's very entertaining. And I'm not going to BS anymore. Scottie D, what was the question for this week's Choices of the Voices segment?
Well, we were in the love spirit last week of Valentine's Day, so we asked our listeners and our followers, who is your crush in the world of sports? And we were asking specific for athletes, not WWE women or commentators or studio hosts. We just want to see athletically, who is your crush? And we had a lot
I
of
knew this was going to be great. This one was going to be great. All right. Terrible Pete Talansky says, I've always had the hots for Mia Hamm and Kerry Walsh. All right. Some soccer players here. Rambus Evans said, back in the day, Mary Lou Retton. Yeah, she was definitely nice. She was nice. Wasn't she doing Revco commercials after that or something like that?
I don't know. She was cute. I didn't have the crush on her. I just thought she was like a little cutie.
A little cutie. Rodney, homeboy Rodney O'Neal Bellamy says, he got a top 3. Number 3, Alex Morgan. Number 2, Paige Spiranac. Yeah, Paige Spiranac. And he said number 1, not even close. He said Erin Andrews. But then he reminds us that Erin Andrews was a cheerleader at Florida and a hell of an athlete.
Competitive.
All right, that's an excuse to put Erin Andrews in there, and whatever. We'll take it.
Allow me to opine real quick on this because I got the chance. A lot of people might not know who Paige Spiranac is. She is a professional golfer, and she does trick shots and stuff like that as well. And I got the chance and the luxury to look her up on Instagram, and
me too.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Rodney, you might be on.
I'm gonna have to take a time out.
Something because woo. Wow. That girl show is fine. I mean, she got the meats. She could be a sponsor for Arby's. That I'm trying to tell you.
Boy.
My bad. But let me keep it PG. I got a little sweat on the brow. I'm keep it moving. My bad. All right, cool.
Let me pass you one of those Joe's Crab Shack bibs, be like, because you're definitely drooling. I ain't lying to you.
Little catch of droolage.
Listen, I was like, God is good. Moving right along. We got Uncle Max. He said Chris Everett when I was young. Tennis great, Chris Everett. Craig, yeah.
I'm sorry. In the spirit of the show, Uncle Max, I love you. When he was young.
Hey, man, it bees that way sometimes. All right.
A long time ago.
You're an ass.
Sorry. I love you, Uncle Max. I'm sorry. I gotta do it.
Man. We love you, man. Uncle Max is one of our day ones, man. We love you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then we got Craig Burns, who posted a picture of Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola. Yes, I'm glad I did.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised he didn't mention Tom Brady. All right. Martin Tracy. He said, then Mary Lou Retton, now Tom Brady, and Olympian Cheryl Bernard. Olympic curler. Yes, Olympic curler.
And yes, Maddie.
I looked at her picture.
Yeah.
I got that one.
I said that's a certified MILF.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your show. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, your show. Do whatever you want. Yeah.
I mean,
she will be a MILF, a mom I would like to go to the farmer's market with. Yes. Let's go get some peaches, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, Lord.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. All right, so here we go. Moving right along. We got Mark Oles. He gave us a double-decker. He gave us Gabrielle Reese. Yes. And Mary Lou Retton. So that's 2 for pretty little Mary Lou.
That's
right.
3, actually.
Mary Lou's still getting
Mary Lou getting some turning heads. Seth Valancey said Mia Hamm and Anna Kournikova. Let's admit, fellas, that damn tennis career was a front, was it not? Whew.
Yeah, but whatever. It paid her bills. Got her. The thing is, she was blown up for. People were expecting her to be better than she really was, just because she was gorgeous, and she was flat out gorgeous. She was beautiful, and I mean, it wasn't her fault. She was only limited in her abilities to play tennis, but she just came out. She was so obviously beautiful that everybody just gave her attention, and then whenever she wasn't playing well, then they criticized her, and this was one of those things.
Wasn't she in the Enrique Iglesias video?
I believe she was.
Videos and stuff. So come on now. What the hell?
I think they were together for a while, weren't they?
I couldn't even tell you. All I know is that the fellas, my affinity for Eastern European women, and
oh yes,
Anna Kournikova, yes, Lord, and I'm gonna throw in an honorable mention of Maria Sharapova.
Train smoke.
Yep.
Wow. All
right, cool. All right.
Yeah, let me get you together, Bill. All right, here we go. We have Audrey Senior. She said Kris Letang of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I can tell you, as a guy, I find his 3 Stanley Cups very attractive. I'm
pretty sure you do. 3 of them. All 3.
I was wondering where you was going with that. You had there was.
Yep. I'm a Kris Letang fan through and through. So thank you for that one, Audrey. I was
like, should I sip my water now or after the fact? All right, we got the ladies closing out here. We got Kristen Jackson Clunan, and she says, Rafael Nadal, vamos. Ain't he the fella that was on national TV picking boogers and digging dingleberries?
Yeah, I responded to her on Facebook, and I said, yeah, he scratches his butt and sniffs his fingers. Yeah. So whatever, to each their own.
I mean,
but no, women did go crazy for Rafa Nadal, though. I mean, I know women love him.
Yep, they love him. They love him to death. Kristen, if a guy that picks his boogers and digs dingleberries your thing, do you boo boo, and don't let nobody tell you different. Okay, we just over here 3 guys talking sports with 9 to 5s, talking trash because this dude get to be unhygienic on TV, but as soon as we do it, we get trash talked about. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying we all got bad habits, but he swings the tennis racket pretty well, so he gets to get away with it.
Yeah, he gets an excuse. And Ophelia Holden Anderson, she says Gleyber Torres, second baseman and shortstop for the New York Yankees. She finds him quite handsome. All right, so we got a New York baseball player that made the list. All right. All right, fellas. Scottie D, who's your crush, your boo thing, or your bae, as the kids say?
Well, as a guy who loves women, it was hard for me to narrow it down. But as a guy who loves UFC, I recently fell in love with Paige Van Zandt. I say recently, within the last couple of years. You guys know who she is? A little blonde girl. She was just absolutely gorgeous. She's been on Dancing with the Stars, I think, and she actually kind of, similarly to Anna Kournikova, has turned her great looks into a bigger celebrity than the sport allowed, because she's a good fighter, but I don't believe she's been a champion yet. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, she tugs at my heart. But the one who really has had my heart for many years now is Lolo Jones. I love Lolo.
Lolo Jones, the track star, Olympic track star, right?
She has been she's been an Olympic hurdler. She made the Olympic bobsled team. And I can remember the first time I ever saw her was in an Olympic, couple Olympics ago, where she had lost. I think she hit the last hurdle and was going to win. And she ended up not even medaling. And then the following Olympics, she finished, I believe, 4th, and her time would have been in the top 3 in any other previous Olympics. And she got her heart broke a couple of times. I remember both times seeing how classy she was and how good she looked in her shorts. I mean, I just think Lolo is that's my picture right there. I love me some Lolo Jones. So she is far and away my answer. Paige Van Zandt, a very close.
All right, who you got, B Live?
I'm gonna shock the world real quick because there's a lot of beautiful ladies all across the sporting world, and I mean, but there's 2 that's really caught my eye. Let me set the scenario real quick.
Set it up.
For those that might not have met me, I'm a pretty tall fella. I stand 6'5". I've gained a little bit more weight than I want to, so I'm a little sturdier than I was in the past. But
it's all muscle.
Being a tall guy, I have an affinity for long legs. I love tall women. So 2 that just really just got the heartstrings and got the heart pumping a little bit faster. Man, Candace Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Woo. Candace Parker is something nice to me. And then it may be just me, but Elena Delle Donne.
Okay, I can understand that.
Well, you did go tall.
Say what?
Yeah.
I said you did go tall.
Yes, I did, and I'm just I don't know. I know the WNBA has a little bit of a stigma that I'm not going to talk about. I may have actually just talked about it.
We ain't gonna touch it.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't turn it down. I'm just saying. If it would just so happen, like I think. I think Elena Delle Donne is 6'5". Candace Parker, how tall is she? I know. I mean, I'm looking up real quick. Candace,
go ahead. No, I got you.
I tell you what I like about her is that seeing her on All Weekend and on NBA TV, she has like a confidence and carries herself. That makes her to me more attractive. I don't always like listening to women in sports, and I've said that before.
We know.
That's something that I maybe need to get a little bit more used to. But I like listening to her talk because she's been out there and knows she knows what she's saying. I agree. She's very attractive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Candace Parker is 6'4". So
yep.
I'm slightly taller than her. Elena Delle Donne, we're the same height. I don't know. It does something to me, and that's where I'm at. Hey, it's my opinion. Don't judge me. But
you know what you like, man. You like what you like. You like what you like.
Like what you like.
You like exactly what you like. And there's nothing wrong with liking what you like at all.
And how about you, Eddy Kool?
Scottie D, I gotta throw this in for you right fast. Your girl Doris Burke, she did play basketball. She actually played basketball.
Okay.
Matter of fact, she was a point guard at Massaquoi High School, whatever the world that is. So she actually played basketball. Because sometimes what?
She just played high school basketball.
Let me see. Let me do my little research here. I should have done some more research here.
It doesn't matter. She's not my crush.
the fact that
she's not as attractive as Candace Parker. I'm sorry.
Like if you had a choice, okay. Yes. She played college ball for Providence University. The Friars.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
He still don't give a damn. Doris.
Very happy.
Hey, that's
where
she got her Steelers resolved from, Scott. So you be careful now. All right, so here we go. Eddy Kool's favorite. Let me see. Love me some Serena. That cat suit had me toe up back in 2003, but she's good at her craft. I mean, she's good at her craft. She's classy. She does. She gets the job done. She's a very high level player. And are there signs of slowing down? Can she keep going? I don't know, but as long as I see her on my TV screen, on my phone screen, on my laptop screen, on the billboard, milk carton, coffee cup, a picture in the WAC museum. I am happy with what?
Sir.
Huh?
I mean, you would go.
Hello?
Really? More than Venus? You think she's
Yes.
more attractive than Venus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's me. Yes. Yes.
You was getting a little stalkerish. You know?
Hold on, let me.
It's like, I was like, how many more things do you have? Like,
yeah, rear view mirror there.
I'll be like that. I don't know if you guys saw that YouTube show. It was a show. I'm not YouTube, but Netflix show called You, where the guy is like, oh, if I wind up like him, y'all need to come up here in Ohio and get my ass. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Did you go incognito mode when you was looking up Serena Williams?
No, I just had to come back to reality for a little bit. I don't want to be oogling too much because I don't want Mercedes kick my ass. So somebody listen to the podcast back. Eddy Kool, your boyfriend, he don't shut the hell up. I'm trying to get mind your business. Right? You know what we're doing here. Let's see. One of my Insta crushes, gymnast Caitlin Ohashi. Yes, Caitlin Ohashi. Yep, she's a gymnast from where did she go to school? UCLA from 2016 to 2019. She's a petite little thing, but she flip flops and flies and gets those perfect 10 scores and makes it do what it does on the gym mat or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, she's good at what she does, man. Swagger and performance, and I love it. Let's see who else. Candace Parker is nice too. I like her too. I like her too. Anyone else that I like? Yep, Lolo Jones is nice too. I mean, I could go on and on, but my
you're right.
I go on and on. I've already drooled over Serena, and I've praised Caitlin Ohashi to the highest of highs, and so that's a short list, fellas. That's what I got. Those are my boo things, my bays, my crushes. Mercedes, please don't kill me, baby. It's strictly business up in these parts here. Strictly business up in these parts here. All right.
I'm gonna sneak in one more real quick because Winifred Fernandez. She is a Dominican volleyball player, and yes, Lord, this guy. I'm just saying, man. So I got a nice little mixture. Like, I do not discriminate when it.
No, we don't.
When it comes to the female athletes, and yes, Lord. All right, cool. I'm good. We back at it. I'm gonna take a cold shower after the show.
I thought maybe you want to take Dabo in the same vein that Duke said Romo.
Wow.
I know Romo's the crush of Trey Duke. I thought maybe Dabo might be your crush.
Wow. You know what? You see that? See, you be doing too much. That's just doing too much. Dabo, I love you. That was not what we were going with this Valentine's edition of the Choice of the Voices. But thank you, Scottie D, because at some point in time in the show, all roads lead to Dabo. Yes, sir.
All
absolutely
lead to Dabo. Did Trey Dizzle pick anybody? Did he eat that softball that we served him or what?
No, he went with that whole heartfelt Tony Romo and why it's loved.
That I think that is worthy of we got to get that in there. Let me see if I can look that up.
Okay, here it is. I got it right here.
Okay.
Love is about caring for one another to a level that nobody else can understand. Love is when you can look into that someone special's eyes and feel safe knowing that they will always be in your heart. It's not about a physical attraction towards that person or the tingling you get in your special no place every time. I can't believe I'm reading this mess. So he said, P.S. he made me a tray of crownies. He's referring to a Tony Romo commercial, crafty Tony Romo. So there's Trey Dizzle's choices. Tony Romo. All right, enough BS, man. We've oogled enough and drooled enough. Hopefully I'm still in a relationship after this show is over with. So shout out to Pete, Rambus, Rodney, Max, Craig, Martin, Tracy, Mark, Old, Seth, Audrey, Kristen, and Ophelia for their participation in this week's Choices of the Voices. Scottie D, what's the question for next week?
All right, we're going to switch gears back up to a little bit more sports related. But so next week, we're going to pose this question. Who is more likely to win their championship? The Lakers winning the NBA title this year, or the Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champions next year?
That's very...
Both teams have their obstacles. Both teams are considered probably the favorites. Who do you think is more likely to win their championship? The Lakers this summer, or the Chiefs to repeat next year? That's Choice of the Voice.
Who's going to do it? Very, very good question. Very good question. All right, thank you, Scottie D. And fellas, this has been another edition of the Choices of the Voices section of our show here at the Sports Bros Podcast. Did we mention that football season ain't over with yet? Yes, for you diehard football heads. Week 2 of the XFL season came and went. We got the DC Defenders defeating B-Live's New York Guardians 27-0.
That was not necessary.
I'm saying we claiming teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, and DC look like they the truth.
Yeah, man.
TROOF. Truth.
The truth. I like
man,
that.
Yeah.
The truth. Yeah. Yeah. Led by 12 Gauge, aka Cardale Jones. He had a good game as well, too. The Seattle Dragons defeat the Tampa Bay Vipers 17-9. Scottie D's Dallas Renegades. And guess what? They get their first win of the season as they beat the LA Wildcats 25-18 in the fall. And the Wildcats fall to 0-2. And Eddy Kool's Houston Roughnecks, H-Town, they keep on making it do what it do as they defeat the St. Louis Battlehawks 28-24. 28-24. B-Live, man. Let's look at these XFL standings. In first place, we got the DC Defenders 2-0. And then we got the Battlehawks and the Guardians tied at 1-1, and the Tampa Bay Vipers 0-2. Over in the West, we got Houston Roughnecks 2-0, Seattle Dragons 1-1, Dallas Renegades 1-1, and the Wildcats 0-2. What do you think about the XFL so far, B-Live? Week two. What's you got?
And I'm honestly, I think the XFL has staying power. Like when one thing that we're doing at Max Speed Shop, we are where I work at 42 Norfolk Christian Church Road here in Fayetteville. Yes, sir.
Plug it in.
But yeah, we're getting people asking about it, making sure that it's on, that they can see it and watch the games and everything. Got the fellas in there talking about it. Got like I said, people love their football, and I honestly think that they're putting together a really good product. And Scottie D mentioned last week or the week before, he's such a cynic, but it's all right. He'll be all right. He's so jaded, but that's my word for him.
Jaded.
It does have a lot to compete with, and but it's honestly I think it's a breath of fresh air. Like I sometimes don't get my work done because I'm watching the plays and the highlights, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I really like the kickoffs.
Yep.
We had one almost breakout. He got to the 50-yard line, but it's just like it really is. It's like pandemonium when he catches the ball. Let's get it. I don't want to see that in the NFL because I want it to be exclusive to the XFL. I think that's what makes it different. I think that's what it's interesting. I'm liking Cardale Jones right now. You know that Cardale Jones for the DC Defenders, he has not lost a game in college or pros as a starter.
So he's undefeated.
Yeah, his last loss as a starter at quarterback was in high school.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Cleveland, Ohio native Cardale Jones, might
Yeah.
mention.
And he's slinging the rock. And I like the play calls. I think this week was a little bit cleaner as far as like the football play, the action was, because now you got a little game film that they're studying. And like I think it has staying power. We shall see. I might buy me a jersey. I'm feeling the XFL.
Hey, be live gonna cop some merch.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Gonna cop some merch. I had a little issue week one. I think they like ran out of merchandise or whatever, and it's kind of like, come on, Vince, come on now. The Rasm t-shirts ain't running out. I need you to have that same energy to your professional football league. And the colors are nice. The colors are simple. They're not bombastic. And I think your boy might have to mess around to grab him Houston Roughnecks some gear, because game one, when I saw them do what they did against the Wildcats, I was like, hey, I like these guys. I like Houston Roughnecks. Only been through Houston, a connected fight back to Cleveland, but yeah, man, I got an affinity for the Houston Roughnecks. I also think that the XFL also has staying power too. The NFL, like you said, the NFL, there's some things that they won't adopt, but parity is, it's a parity world. Somebody's always taking something from somebody, and I think that that's what makes the XFL unique. Because if you think about it from a wrestling standpoint, and Be Live, you understand this as well too. What made Total Nonstop Action / Impact Wrestling unique? They had a 6-sided ring.
Yep.
They had a 6-sided ring, and once they strayed away from that, they pretty much and went to the traditional 4-sided wrestling ring. They stripped themselves of that identity.
Yep.
People want an alternative. People want something different. Like, we got a different football league. And once I think the league gets further established and gets the stars and gets the star power that it can have, then it definitely has some staying power. I will say that, man. And I'm just happy to the fact that a lot of these guys who've been cut from the NFL rosters due to injury, or they couldn't make the cut due to injury, or, hey, we got no players on the roster, we ain't going to need you. Get demoted to the practice squad and get kicked off the team. Not kicked off the team, but, demoted off the team completely. Then go to the Alliance, and that lasts 5 minutes and 2 sips of a cup of coffee. And then they actually have another chance to play in the XFL. I'm happy for those guys, because those guys grew up to play football at the highest level, didn't make it in the NFL. The CFL, it can be kind of murky at times. But to know that you have a third option to play professional football and live out your dreams, I really hope the league thrives and succeeds. Competition is good, man. Competition creates cash. It'll make the NFL step their game up. It'll make the CFL step their game up, because, the NFL is no longer the big show in town like it once was.
I think we will see more of the success of the XFL once we start seeing NFL scouts watching these games and somebody get picked up from the XFL. And I think that will happen.
It will.
I think that they will get you will have that star that will rise above. Like, I have no doubt in my mind watching Cardale Jones play right now. I think that he'll get a second opportunity in the NFL.
Yep. Somebody will come call him, man, because I forgot which quarterback said, he's like, have you seen the quarterbacks playing in the NFL now?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So, and the one person that will not be getting any calls from anybody, and that's another thing that I like about the XFL is, the NFL has it, but they don't really feature it as much, like during the actual game, is the live mic. And Matt McLaurin for the New York Guardians, did you forget you had a live mic? Because you're not allowed to trash your own offensive coordinator and your team on the live mic. I was like, Ooh, I mean, he was talking about this is the worst game he's ever played, and the play calling is terrible, and I don't have any confidence going out there. I'm like, whoa,
Ooh,
I'm gonna need a new quarterback.
yeah,
And
stat.
Because he definitely got benched in the fourth quarter.
Mm.
Because he had an amazing stat line. He was 8 for 18 for 44 yards and 2 interceptions.
He was doing his best Ryan Tannehill impersonation.
Oh man, he was doing the bad side of Jameis Winston impersonation. Can I? I mean, Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions, but at least threw 30 touchdowns
and 5,000 yards. but we gonna talk about him in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I think by week 5 we'll see what we got. Yeah, by week 5 we'll see what we got because Masters, not too far away. March Madness right around the corner. There's a lot of things going. NBA playoffs, you know what I'm saying, and NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Baseball coming back, so we'll see. We'll see. From a production standpoint, it looks great. These players look like they actually belong on the field. I'm just glad that this version of the XFL isn't as hokey and cornballish and excuse me, carnival-like as its predecessor. I think there was a lesson learned.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There was a lesson learned. It took about 18, 19 years for them to get together, but I think they're finally turning that corner. But like I said, around week 5, we'll see what we have. Now I'm on the website looking at the merchandise. I think they've replenished the merchandise. You can get your visor, you can get your official property T-shirt, an XFL beach towel, 30 by 60 for $25.99. But be like, you don't like this one. The XFL, if I can scroll to it, the XFL women's tank top is completely sold out.
Nice.
Sold out. Beer koozies, T-shirts. They even got a phone case. They even got a sticker you slap on the back of your truck. Onesies, drawstring bags. You name it, they got it.
Okay. And I think, honestly, the fact that things are sold out is a good thing because, you don't want to end up having some third world country with some merch that you couldn't get out, couldn't sell or whatever. Yeah. But that shows that people are they're digging the product and it's in demand.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. And like I said, it's also going to be interesting because I want to look at to see if there are any. I don't know if the XFL picked up any like recent high schoolers or something like that because as it being as an option as opposed to going to college, I don't know if they dove into that role yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I like I said, I'm curious to see because that's going to come into play at some point in time when it comes to the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to have the combine coming up, but you could also it's a possibility at some point in time that you have somebody coming straight out of high school and going to the XFL as opposed to going to college.
Yep.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. You go and make a little piece of money, Yeah,
a little piece of money, Get me here for a little bit. And okay, I'm ready to move up. Also, I didn't mean to cut you off, be live. The XFL navy and red flat brim snapback, it is completely sold out. This kind of sounds like that Ludacris skit on that album. The XFL sticker, which you can put on your forehead, your desk, your car, your dog. We advise you not to do that. The sticker, it is sold out too. So, like you said, Be Live, the fact that items are selling out, hey man, look, somebody doing something right somewhere.
Yep.
Gotta be. But yeah, like you said, Be Live, give them a little piece of money, and then okay, I want to go to the. I think that it'll give that high school kid an option. I think it's now it's all about options, like as to where 7 years ago, okay, you got the you got the NFL or Canada, And internationally, when it comes to the game of football, I think I sent you the clip, Be Live. There was a Japan Bowl. Yeah, there was a Japan Bowl, and then, they play like, under 18 or under 15, pro football. So there is a, per se, farm system. It doesn't get it doesn't get as much attention. But there's definitely a farm system, and then, the XFL can be a step up, and then, CFL can be a step up, and the final stop is the NFL. All right, they're giving me the go-home cue. It's time for me to go home, but you know how we do it? A round of pepper, habanero, ghost, chile, Riano, the country. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Pepper. And that's how we do it. We take 3 topics, rapid fire style, kind of, sort of, not really, and we have fun with it. I actually got my pepper points early and in advance, and the news is just coming to me. I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, got it. So I'm going to take the ball out the case. Last week we were throwing a trophy around, but back to we're going to throw an XFL football around this time. We're going to do that. You cool with that, Be Live?
I'm cool with it.
All right, we're going to throw a football around. All right, my first pepper point goes to Jameis Winston. He's made news as of late for getting LASIK surgery done to his eyes. Jameis Squinston has been squinting ever since college, but that didn't stop him from winning a national championship, which led him to be the number 1 overall draft pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had some up and down seasons. People have wondered, hey, can you figure out the difference between your teammates and the opposing teams? He had his own 30 for 30 season last year where he threw for 30 touchdowns, 30-plus touchdowns, 30-plus interceptions, but he threw for 500 yards. I'm balling. The eater of the W's has got LASIK surgery. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers say, our main priority is defense right now. Does this mean that Jameis Winston, now that he got his sight fixed, is he going to be Jameis Winston or Jameis Quinston? Who knows? We'll see. We shall see about that. Over to you, Scottie D.
All right, my first point of the week. The NHL season is more than halfway over, but there is a long way to go, and it is heating up. After defeating the Rangers on Sunday, the Boston Bruins now lead the NHL with 86 points, having won 9 of their last 10. The only team hotter is the Tampa Bay Lightning, winners of 10 in a row, and now second only to Boston in the NHL with 83 points. Now, both teams have a lot to prove. The Bruins having lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals on their home ice last season to St. Louis, and Tampa Bay, after a historic season, getting swept out of the first round by Columbus. Both teams are on a mission. Things are getting hot in the East. It's just going to make things that much sweeter when Sidney Crosby skates with his 4th Stanley Cup.
All right, Scottie D. You know what I'm saying? For my first pepper point, man, oh man, I'm gonna go back to the All-Star game, and I wanna just man, NBA, thank you, because you got it right. The All-Star game was back to something that we wanted to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It was competitive down to the wire. Literally, I stayed open an additional 30 minutes because I had people all in the restaurant watching it, talking about it, and coming down to the wire. And I wish it sort of didn't end with a free throw, but I mean, I liked the format. It was competitive. The players wanted it. And the fact that Anthony Davis was able to hit the game-winning free throw in his hometown of Chicago, I think it was it. Thank you, NBA. You got it right. And All-Star Weekend is amazing, except for the All-Star game. But this time it was amazing across the board. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it definitely adds to the fire that is the second half of the NBA season. I'm excited about it. Eddy Kool, the ball.
Yep, because you know how you feel about All-Star games. Poor NHL came and they forgot to promote theirs, okay? And then the Pro Bowl is a glorified scrimmage, but and then baseball, it has meaning to it, unless you're an Astros fan. And the NBA, they showed up and showed out, as they say in Houston. All right, my second pepper point goes to the wonderful state of Ohio, namely the cities of Cleveland and Cincinnati. You know, when you live in the state of Ohio, football is king around these parts because you got the Football Hall of Fame right down the road from me here in Canton, Ohio, which I've passed by but haven't visited yet. But once I visit, I'm taking pictures. I'm acting like a tourist. And they're going all over the Sports Bros podcast, Facebook Live page. Don't forget to follow that. You've been cheering for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they've been doing what they can for the most part. But boy, it's hard being a Browns and a Bengals fan. It is so hard that the Ohio Medical Board Committee says being a Browns and a Bengals fan does not constitute enough evidence for the usage of medical marijuana. You heard it. That does not constitute for y'all to smoke reefer, burn the ganja, cook the wood to subside the pain for your fandom as a Browns and a Bengals fan. The Bengals have the number one pick this year, okay? A few years ago, the Browns lost every single game. It be that way sometimes, but guess what, though? You can't go to no doctor saying, hey, I need some weed because I'm a Browns fan, or I need some weed because I'm a Bengals fan. You better go to the gym. You better take up a hobby. I look outside, and it's winter still, so start making some plans for spring. But you will not smoke away your pain for these two teams. I will say this, Cleveland fans, they are die hard when it comes to the Browns. As bad as they have been, I've never seen fandom so great as they have in the city of Cleveland. I don't know what they do in Cincinnati because I don't hear much about it. But in Cleveland, they ride for the Browns, they die for the Browns. Good, bad, or indifferent. But the doctor ain't going to give you no weed to get over the bad times, to get to the good times.
I just love the fact that a medical board had to come up with this. That means not just one person tried it.
Yeah.
Multiple people tried it. They tried it. And I applaud the residents of Ohio.
Yeah.
Because that is funny to me.
They said, what's the reason to get high? Being a Browns fan and a Bengals fan. I mean, hey. So what did I say about Jets fans? I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, come on now. Come on. All right, over to you, Scottie D.
All right, guys, my second point I wanted to mention was how excited I am about this upcoming heavyweight boxing rematch championship fight coming up on Saturday between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The first fight was in December of 2018, and it was a draw. Since that fight, Tyson Fury has had two fights, a TKO against Tom Schwartz in the second round, a dominant performance, and then Otto Valen fought him all the way to a decision. That was a fight that Fury had his eye just severely injured, trouble seeing out of the eye, and he just really dug deep and gutted that performance out and won a unanimous decision. Wilder, on the other hand, he fought Dominic Breazeale, knocked him out in the first round, looked like he shot him with a gun, and then he fought Luis Ortiz, and he won that fight with a seventh-round knockout, and that was a fight that he was trailing on all three judges' scorecards at the time of the knockout. So this Saturday they get to go at it again, and I think I'm going to take Tyson Fury in this fight for the simple fact that Deontay Wilder at this point seems like he's just a home run hitter, maybe the best ever in boxing. He might throw the hardest punch ever in boxing, but Tyson Fury went down twice in their first fight and got up both times. So we know that Fury, between the injured eye that he fought through and the coming back from the previous knockdowns against Wilder, his goal is not get knocked out because I think he can beat Wilder on just points. I think he can outpoint him, and I think we're going to go the distance on Saturday. I think it's going to be a decision victory for Tyson Fury, but it's one that I just can't wait to see. It's been a long time since I've been this excited to watch a heavyweight boxing match. So bring it on, Wilder versus Fury, part 2 on Saturday night.
Scottie D, my man. All right, for my second pepper point, I'm going across the pond with this one.
Cross the water.
Yes. Manchester City.
Ooh.
Playing a little bit of football, a little bit of soccer. But guess what? You can't buy a team and a Champions League and you can't buy championships.
You just can't do that.
You cannot do that. And
unless you're never mind, keep going.
Well, I was saying, unless you're the Yankees,
Yeah,
they still didn't manage to do it all this past decade.
Wow.
But basically, what had happened? UEFA, the governing body of the English Premier League and Champions League over in Europe, they banned Manchester City for 2 seasons for serious breaches of spending rules and failing to cooperate with investigators when they were investigating how they're spending their money and signing all these big-time players. Essentially, what's been going on is that Manchester City has been spending more money than the team actually makes.
Spending all this money.
Because the owner of the team is like a billionaire. He's spending his own money to buy players, which is
pocket.
Yeah, which is not a thing. You're not allowed to do so. That will give you such a competitive advantage and But no, you can't do that.
AKA, he's cheating.
Yeah. And so Manchester City is not allowed to compete in any of the championship leagues in UEFA. And they will also fine 30 million euros, which US dollars is $33 million. I've never heard of a fine like that ever in any sport ever.
That's a lot of money, man.
That's a lot of money. And that's why, like, a lot of people don't realize soccer is the world sport, and people are crazy about. My boss man was telling me that whenever you go to away games, like if you're going to an away game, like if you're a Liverpool fan and you're going to go see them play Arsenal or Manchester United or something like that, you're actually not allowed to wear your team colors.
Oh, it's serious.
Yeah. If you
like move over Brown Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're not allowed to wear you're not allowed to wear your team colors. You have to sit in a designated section. If you wear the visiting team colors, they won't allow you in the stadium. So So it's a very big deal, and so that's what I'm saying. That's why the money he was spending to put a championship team together, I get it, because they are crazy about that white round ball over there. But no, you cannot do that.
Wow.
Yes. So 2 years, 33 million American dollars, 30 million euros. Yeah, bruh. But he's a billionaire. He's like, all right, you can have that too. Eddy Kool, the ball.
He said tax write-off. That's if they do taxes. That's if they have a revenue system that monitors your money, making sure you're making enough, but not too much. All right. Speaking of kings and royalty, the Sacramento Kings. Be live. Ask me why I'm talking about the Sacramento Kings as my third pepper point.
Why are you asking about this? Why are you talking about the Sacramento Kings?
I'll tell you why, Be live. Because forward Harrison Barnes says he ain't gonna shave or get a haircut until the Kings get back to 500. The Sacramento Kings are currently 13th place in the Western Conference, riding a 2-game losing streak, and they're 20 and a half games behind. So it gets hot in California, and Harrison Barnes he's going through it, through it. Like I just hope he got some beard oil and some and some blue magic for that hair, bro. Because in the Western Conference, getting 500, Yeah, I'm a pretty optimistic person, but not gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen. Which means you got to get past the Suns, the Pelicans, the Spurs, and then the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers will probably be switching places for the remainder of the season. So, best of luck to you, Harrison Barnes. Over to you, Scottie D. It ain't happening.
All right, and finally, speaking of rematches, we have another heavyweight rematch on Saturday as number 1 Baylor hosts Kansas. That's right, I'm talking college basketball. Baylor, as it stands of this recording, has lost 1 game this season. They lost in their second game of the season to Washington, who is only 2-11 now at this point in their own conference in the Pac-12. Baylor has gone on to put together some wins, including a 12-point victory at Kansas last month. Kansas is right there in the mix every single year in and year out. Kansas is near the top. They always are a viable championship contender. Baylor, not so much. So this is Baylor's chance. This could be the season for the Baylor Bears, but we'll find out more about them and see if they can sweep the regular season series this Saturday, noon, against Kansas.
So, and just to opine on Eddy Kool and the Sacramento Kings. They're currently 21-33. So, in order for Harrison Barnes to shave,
Boy.
You know what? I want to figure this out real quick because that's crazy to me.
All right, let's look. They're 15-19 in the conference, 5-5 in the division. No.
Let me see. But yeah, no. And so let's see. The earliest that he's going to shave, that possibly. Let's see. The earliest he has a chance to shave is March 15th, because that will be if they win 12 games in a row. He's going to. That's the earliest that he can shave, and that's with them winning 12 games in a row, which probably won't happen because I see the 76ers on there. I see the Raptors on there. I see the Brooklyn Nets on that schedule. They're gonna lose that one.
So he's gonna be looking like he's gonna be unrecognizable come the summertime.
Yeah. I see the Los Angeles Clippers on there.
A bunch of times.
The Memphis Grizzlies on there. OKC, yeah. He gonna be looking like Grizzly Adams.
Literally.
Yes, I digress. My third and final pepper point. Houston Astros. You've done you done wrong. You done messed up. Even so, to the point that 2 California Little League teams. I'm sorry. I said 2 teams. No, 2 California Little League groups are banning the name Astros.
Damn.
Hey, news flash. They don't want their kids associated with your team.
Hear that, Commissioner? You hear that? Do you hear this?
That's ridiculous. 2 different little leagues in California have both banned the use of the Astros. The Long Beach Little League and the East Fullerton Little League. Wow. Parents have spoken. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That literally stunts the growth of your sport. So, hey, Rob Manfred, hear me and hear me well. Do better. Something has to be done. Honestly, the fact that no player has been punished and a player driven, they've got nothing.
We still a little tight about it over at the Sports Bros podcast. We a little tight. We a little tight like spandex about that right about now.
So I mean, just yeah. Get it together. Do better.
All the way together. Damn it, Be Live. I think it's about time. I think it's about that time that we bring an OG section of the podcast back. The penalty box. The penalty box needs to come back.
Yep.
Bad breath in the morning. Let us know by tagging us with the hashtag, the Sports Bros Podcast. Not that, but the Sports Bros Podcast. Hashtag P for penalty box nominee. That's capital P, capital B, OX, lowercase n, and the rest of the word nominee. It's too early to be spelling, but you get it. Yeah, so hashtag it penalty box nominee, and we'll update it. We'll put a graphic, and we'll even bring it back to the show. All right. So with that being said, it's been another action-packed, long but fun edition of the Sports Bros Podcast. And before we go, Be Live. How can people get in contact with you? See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did. I see what you did. Switching it up on me. You can contact me via Facebook with our Sports Bros like page. You can contact me by my own Facebook page, Brian Livingston. That's my government out there. And can't get nothing from it, so it's all good.
Nothing from it.
You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram is Instagram and Twitter is This Be Your Boy Be Live. No I at the beginning, so THSBEYABOYBLIVE. Yes, sir. You can also catch us, the Sports Bros Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram will be Sports Bros Podcast, and on Twitter, it's Sports Bros PCast. If you have any comments, any questions about the show, you can also shoot us an email at sportsbrospcast@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube. It's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our older material is on there. On our YouTube channel, Sports Bros Podcast. Check me out. I'm actually switching up the format of what happened because, I do talk a lot.
Yeah.
And, I got some things that's funny here and there. But you know what? I'm going to switch it up from here and there. You're going to see me here, see me there. But also, I'm going to just put together some funny videos as I see it. And so it's just going to be what happened. It might still be on Wednesdays. It might not be. But it's always going to be what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, check me out on that. Check out some of my older videos. And, hey, if you have anything like that had you scratching your head, let a brother know. You could be part of the next edition of What Happened.
Just what happened in general. Yes, sir. Scottie D, how can the people reach you?
All right, guys, you can find me pretty much every day at Beast Ninja down in Myrtle Beach. That is a 24-hour fully equipped gym as well as a certified obstacle course training facility. You got to come check it out. Trivia Monday night at Bowie's on Ocean Boulevard in North Myrtle Beach. And Wild Wing Cafe on Wednesday evenings. Come check me out.
Booyah!
Yeah, over there. Booyahs. All right, Scottie D. And of course, you know me, the HOC. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. I'm back like bad breath in the morning. You can check me out at Facebook, Eddy Kool. That ain't my government name. My credit sucks, so don't try it. Also, you can catch me at all the Sports Bros social media sites that Be Live mentioned, from the Facebook to the Twitter to the YouTube to the Instagram. We got a lot going on soon. I'm going to have to hop back on these videos pretty soon. And also check me out on Instagram, Cool Season, all one word, and also on Twitter at The Real Eddy Kool. We are going to be very, very active on Twitter. Twitter's fun, and we love it. Now I see why everybody loves Twitter. I've been ducking it for a while, but it's fun, and I truly enjoy it. Be Live, you got anything else you want to say?
No.
Anything you want to say?
No, I'm good to go with it, bro.
All right. We good to go, and that's it. And then closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else, and don't brag about it. Trust me, they'll greatly appreciate it. It's been another episode of the Sports Bros Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Yes, sir.
All right, Seattle defeats Tampa Bay 17-19.
17-9. Try again.
Man, we were doing so damn good. Oh, man, we on a hot streak. All right. One more time. All right. Here you go. Okay.